Another My Story that we have done was Rachel Reeder. Now, she had a very interesting experience of actually seeing Jesus and being aware of him. So let's hear it from Rachel.
And I remember one day we went down to the seafront, and we'd been at the cafe, had a cup of tea, and we wandered down to the Worthing Promenade. Nobody really knew what was going on behind closed doors. And I was in turmoil. I didn't really know what to do about it. And she said, "It's not right, this is not right. This is not what Jesus would want for you." And so I remember her standing in front of me, and there was a bench behind me. And I was feeling very fragile. I'd been through a lot. I was traumatized, basically, in my emotions. When you've left someone that you feel that you love and you've been with them 3 years, it's quite a wrench emotionally. It's painful. And so I was feeling very weak and traumatized. And anyway, I looked at her, and she was standing right in front of me. And as I looked, I saw a shadowy figure next to her, and it was a man dressed in a white robe and a purple sash. And instinctively I knew it was Jesus. And I was so overwhelmed, just like I'm feeling now. His presence was so strong, and I'd seen him in storybooks and picture books, but I'd never experienced him it was almost like he was there. He was just so there. And I had to gather myself because I nearly collapsed. And unfortunately, the bench was right behind me. So I grabbed hold of the bench and I slumped onto the bench, and the tears are flowing. And I looked, as I looked, Jesus said to me, "My daughter, it's all right. She's one of mine. You're safe."
Good.
And then, I just collapsed in a heap emotionally, and my friend came over to me and asked me, "Are you all right? What's the matter?" And I said, "I've just seen Jesus." And she was like, "Oh." So that was a very powerful experience. And as you can see, I'm quite emotional just talking about it, because it's one of those experiences you never forget, to have that visitation. And I just knew that I could trust her, because I didn't trust people because of all the emotional abuse and the physical violence I'd gone through.